Hello, my friends. I have an announcement. I withdrew my application for New York City, which is crazy because I've been obsessed with working there for so long, even though I feel like I was working there because I've been, oh, look at that view. I've been applying to so many jobs at the UN and doing so many files for them that it's just like as if I was working there. Be honest, doing the works through social media and stuff, but it works though. The social media is not just just virtual. It does have impact in people's minds and repercussion on what's going on the other side of the world. And honestly, guys, I want to work at SpaceX so bad. You've shown commitment in 2 weeks since I've been following you guys and writing to you. You've been so kind and shown more response than anybody I've been to before. Of course, Billy Carson always welcomes me when I go there with Elizabeth. They're so super kind, but this is about it. Everywhere I've been, I was ignored, and then I showed up, and these people came out then to see me in the car when I was having a nervous breakdown. So I know it's always an excuse, but it's not the same when you have a crew behind you and you're part of a team, and when you've just been alone knocking that door for years. I promise you, the state of mind is not the same. You're in constant anxiety, which I believe if you work in the space engineering, you know what dealing with anxiety is. But I also felt so much excitement this weekend going there, and there was no other ways. And it's like, I don't even have an engineering degree, but I was so sure that I can do it. It's like, just give me the project, I'm gonna do it. It's every time I read people talk about engineering, or when I was at NASA reading about all the rockets and the mechanism and everything, it always seemed like very obvious. Of course, it's obvious once it's done. When you're still trying to find it, it takes experiments and trials and errors until then when you have the formula. Of course, it looks so simple. You take force equals mass times acceleration. Of course that makes sense. See, here you go, I calculated. Yeah, of course, it's so obvious. But the guy who found it, how did he found it? By calculating and making experiments, and then proving. Once you find your perfect equation, then you have to prove it. Okay, one of the goals of science is also to try to contradict all the equations to make sure it's error proof. So that's just fascinating. And when I was younger, I wanted to be an archaeologist, I wanted to be an astronaut, but more of everything, I wanted to travel. And so when you're in high school, they ask you to pick, are you going through literatures and arts and languages, or science and in engineering? It's not like you can do everything. So I wanted to travel before anything else. So I went to the languages, and I completely stopped learning about science. But then as soon as I was doing the art, I was watching videos from science. That's little by little took me to the science. And when I took my exam for the school, that was so fascinating. And now just thinking of working with a crew where we're solving problems every day and working with geniuses, that's just sparked my soul so much. Yesterday I had a nervous breakdown coming back. I was like, I cannot believe it did not work out, and I had these people right in front of me, but what am I gonna I was just tired, and first door told me to go somewhere. It wasn't even the right place. I found the right place to go by myself. I go there. They were really nice, but they were kind of like, go now. And then these people stopped on the road that were super nice as well, and I just, at no point I felt I felt aggressed or anything, and I was just like, I just want to go there, and it's so close to my house. It's so easy, and also I met during the movie experience at NASA. We met Frederick Gregory, the astronaut. Right, he did an awesome conference about the spaceships, and he's showing the spaceships exactly the same thing I say, with all the cables everywhere. And he was like, they don't know what they are doing, I don't know what's going on, it's been 50 years like this. The only ones that shows improvement now is SpaceX with the new digital panels. It used to be like 1,000 buttons, and now it's only like 70 or something like that. And everything he was saying, I was like, yes, yes. And he was like, we really need a new model, of spacecraft and stuff. I was like, yes, yes, yes. And at the end, I left. I followed them and trying to talk to them. I was like, oh, everything. And then he was like, at NASA, we believe that you have to be daring. You have to be bold. It's only the people who dare to do things that no one else does, who bring innovation and stuff. So when I went to talk to him, I said, do you have a minute? They were like, no. I was like, okay, but you remember how you said that you shouldn't let people tell you no? So he was like, what? And then I talked to him. He's like, no, I'm busy right now. I will be there in 10 minutes. So then I went to talk to him, and I explained to him the concept of the spaceship. He's like, yeah, okay. I was like, so can you hook me up with someone at SpaceX so I can go and watch the launch tonight? He's like, oh, well, I can't. I don't have Elon on dial on my phone right now. And then, funny coincidence, but we had a conversation. I even have his autograph. We talked for like 10 minutes, and then I left. And then we left NASA. We went to eat something with my son at the space bar. And guess who was there? The astronaut. Mr. Gregory was there at the bar. He saw me. He was like, oh, you're here, back here. I was like, oh, you're here? I was like, yeah, I'm following you. He started laughing. And then we talked about the spaceship, and I explained. I was like, so what did you think about my concept? He's like, well, what was it exactly? So I explained to him, and then he was like, oh, wow, okay. And every time people, they see me coming with my little dress, they don't take me seriously, and then when I start talking to them, they're like, oh, wow, oh, okay, oh, wow, okay. And then he was telling people all around, he was like, oh, she has this concept and stuff. And then he told me, he's like, oh, you need to find some, little organizations where they could bring some funds, so you can start making experiments. I'm like, no, I don't want a little organizations. I want SpaceX. I want Elon Musk, because this is not something that I'm not sure about. I'm so sure about it that it's going to change the world, and we are going to make it with the team. You have people like William Brown and the International Space Federation who are just working on that, and they found now that it's possible to have time travel, right? No, teleportation, which is going to be, then you just have to recode it for the timeline. But they're working on that. It's no longer sci-fi. It's actual real scientists working on that right now, 21st century, 50 years after the first landing to the moon. We're talking about going to Mars. We're talking about time travel, and it's gotta happen in our lifetime, because we're impatient. Nikola Tesla, he made all this research that then were hidden, and now it's like, oh, the hero, Nikola Tesla. Everybody wants his name and talk about his research and stuff, but we're not gonna let that happen again. Now we have everything with the internet. It's so easy to put the pieces of the puzzle together. So now we have to make it happen. And build it. And when you see the trials and errors, and with the FAA regulations and all of that, we don't have time to waste. So I withdrew my application for the UN. Reason being is that I love the UN. I want to work there so bad, but I can't leave my son and my pets. I'm gonna die. I was like, well, I will probably kill myself before I even make it, because once my son is gone, what am I gonna do? It's like, it's everything. It's the only thing that kept me alive during all this weight of something happening in my life. And nobody can tell me that I didn't try to make it happen, because I've been to everywhere. I've been showing my project and meeting people, and asking for the project. I can't say yes for people. I mean, I'm the one on demand. I'm bringing the ideas and the projects and the skills. I mean, I'm not the skillest person in the world, but I know that the network never gave up. The network was solid, even in moments of desperations, and the network is always solid. So I know they will follow. If they know there is the structure, the infrastructure, and the budget, and the geniuses, they will come, So I'm so grateful, and I just can't even believe that you guys gave me credibility, that I wrote an email and 2 seconds later a car came over, and I thought they were just trying to redirect me out. Once again, it's like you really, really have to learn to take everything like your gift and your guide. But I mean, I'm not blaming it all on me. I mean, if you're looking for me, just say, hey, we're looking for you. Here we are. You can always blame it. Oh, this girl, she can get it done. Really? Because I didn't see many people do what I did. I didn't see many people do what I did, but going on knock on all these doors like that, this is how I got known, even though I didn't get the projects completed yet. I mean, published and everything. I self-publish everything on my platform. So we're saving trees, I guess, but the book, yes, it's got to be published. But so that's it, guys. In 2 weeks, I'm going to quit my job because they need me for the next few weeks. And I want to quit my job. I withdrew from the United Nations. I want to work at SpaceX, not in 2 years. I want to work right now. I wanted to start my engineering degree and learn while I'm working, because honestly, you learn more while you're working than engineering. If you need some information, then you of course you need the degree, but you learn more while you're in the action by the knowledge of your coworkers than just reading books. Yeah, of course, I loved it when I studied for science and I read all the books. That was so interesting. I want to do both. I want to do my degree and I want to work at SpaceX, build spaceships, and I really think that the missing key is the crystals. The missing key is the crystals and the acoustic levitation. So the goal of my project would be, especially while you guys keep doing your launches and collecting data, so that would be data collection and evaluation and reusing it to the new variable, which is especially electromagnetism, acoustic levitation, and crystals, propulsion created by crystal vibration. This is really why I don't know, I just woke up with it one day, and then since then every single documentary or scientific article or videos that I watch confirmed this idea. So why not, and this is so cool. I'm so excited, guys, even though yesterday I didn't think it was so cool. Wait for me. I want to be a part of it. Come get me. Come send me your car. Send me your car in front of my house, and with my contract. And Elon, of course. Elon, I like white flowers. I like white roses, and I like the blue ones, the forget-me-nots. And I love lilies. Lilies are my favorite flowers. I have lilies actually that I never planted, but they grow in my yard once a year. Just once a year for spring. I have lilies for 10 days. So they're beautiful. And then let's go. I'll go say bye-bye to my kids at work. I'm getting them ready for the next 2 weeks, and I'm ready to go. So, of course, you know why my brain is just so, when you have so many ideas inside of you constantly, and you have the excitement, and then it's just boiling inside, and I'm like, you can't, how much energy I'm gonna put into this project and determination until it happens. I have a tattoo, like I have tattoos everywhere, spaceships, and tomorrow I'm gonna go change my tattoo. See my little what is it, my alien right here. Like, I've always been, this is my life. 2 weeks ago I didn't think I was gonna work at SpaceX. Okay, it was like we are unreachable, but now you guys are paying attention. I'm like, okay, I'm here. Take me with you. And imagine, I'm young, I'm 38 years old. So of course, if you take a genius that's already a whole life of experience, like 65 years old or 60 years old, before they retire or whatever, they have all the experience. But this is like the end of a generation. And if you're starting a new project, I know if I'm young, starting a new project right now, 38 years old, I can spend the next 20 years to just make it happen. Okay, and I'm pretty sure it's not even going to be 20 years, because my goal is 5 years. My goal is 2030, the Space Olympics in sci-fi looking aircrafts. I know we can. I don't have ideas like this come in my head just for like that. Why would I have this? Why would they send me all these ideas that I just spend months writing reviews and publishing, just to look stupid? Oh, look, I found a screenshot. Elon Musk and Kim Kardashian, y'all can get a good laugh because, no, why do I have all these ideas? Because it's gonna happen. You don't get things sent like this from the divine universe or the cosmos, wherever, or your conscious intelligence, to spend all this time manifest and just to create a comic book. It's the vision is so strong that anything else, I love the school and I love the kids, but it's too easy. I was doing this 10 years ago, when I was 25 years old. I was a teacher. I have zero evolution since I started, and this was so easy for me already at the time. It was really easy, but it's cool because I was young, I didn't have kids, so all I was doing was party. So I wanted a job where I can just do my hours and go party in the weekend and travel. But now I need more. I need to I need contribution. I need a team that is obsessed with the same thing, inspirational people that I want to reach their level. Surround yourself with people that are smarter than you. That's what I do. That's why I'm stalking all the geniuses on internet, because I want to be one of them. So if you keep surrounding yourself with the people that uplift you and encourage you to go to the level, then you don't want to look stupid and disappoint. Then you're going to do the trainings, you're going to do the the learning, you're going to do the things. So I'm just, I know I didn't create a spaceship, but I did create quite a bit of art. I did promote all of these people who are extremely successful before I would even promote myself. I gave everything I had before I received. Actually, all I did was giving. Art, if you have just a city without art or a world without art and magic, then okay, cool, you built things. You're in the military, you went to protect countries, or you built cars, or you're I don't know, there's so many people who do a lot more than me. But the magic, the believing in magic, the seeing the things, this is what gives you the spark every day in your life. That's why I tattoo that, because then it reminds me. And see, as soon as I tattooed that, and then the spaceship, who showed up? Elon Musk. Like, what? Oh my god. Yes. I'm like, Oof. Wow. So, and now this crew that's on hold. I can't imagine the excitement, and maybe they're frustrated. They want to have done, and uh, then people to like cheer them